Okay, what if I told you that in just 90 days, you could rewire your brain to literally enjoy suffering, and that once you do that, you become pretty much unstoppable? I know, it sounds completely insane, but this is a real strategy, and it's grounded in some pretty incredible neuroscience.
But wait a second, enjoy suffering? That doesn't make any sense. Our entire biology is designed to do the exact opposite, right? Avoid pain, seek comfort. It's the basic survival mechanism that's kept our species alive. So why in the world would you intentionally try to hack a system that's working? Well, because that very survival mechanism is now killing you. See, our biology, our software, it was designed for a hostile world, a world of scarcity, famine, and predators. It was not designed for a world with high-speed internet, endless scrolling, and food that can show up at your door in 5 minutes. We're all running this ancient prehistoric software in an environment that is perfectly engineered to exploit its every single weakness.
And the main way it's being exploited is through our dopamine system, that constant chase for cheap, easy comfort. It's the fastest way to absolutely destroy your motivation and, ironically, make yourself completely miserable. Let's get into exactly how this biological trap works.
So, neuroscientists like Dr. Anna Lembke from Stanford talk about this system called the pleasure-pain balance. Just picture a seesaw in your brain. On one side, you've got pleasure, on the other, pain. Now, these two things are processed in the exact same parts of the brain, and your brain's number one job is to keep that seesaw perfectly level. It's a state called homeostasis. So here's what happens. When you do something that feels good, eat a donut, scroll through social media, you're pressing down hard on the pleasure side of that seesaw. But your brain cannot stand being out of balance. So, like a reflex, it immediately starts piling metaphorical weight onto the pain side to level things out. But here's the kicker. It doesn't just stop when it's level. It overcorrects, pushing the pain side down even further. That feeling, that's the crash, the come down, the craving for just one more hit. And this brings up a really important point. Are all sources of dopamine created equal? And the answer is a hard no. The dopamine you get from that cheap, instant, unearned pleasure is a totally different beast from the kind you earn through real effort. Just look at the usual suspects. Junk food, you get a brief spike of pleasure, followed by a crash, cravings, and feeling tired. Social media gives you that hit of novelty, but the aftermath is often anxiety and a total lack of focus. These things are basically high-interest dopamine loans. The pleasure is incredibly short, but trust me, your brain always collects its debt, and it collects it in the currency of pain. And this leads to the great paradox of our modern lives. We are surrounded by more comfort and convenience than any humans in history, yet so many of us feel empty and miserable. And now you know why. By constantly chasing these cheap dopamine hits, we're actually draining our own baseline levels, leaving us in a chronic state of dopamine deficit, comfortable but miserable. So chasing easy pleasure is clearly a losing game. But here's the amazing part. This system has a secret, a kind of backdoor that lets you hack your own biology to get that drive back. So let's talk about this completely counterintuitive path to real power. Okay, think about it. If that pleasure-pain seesaw always balances itself out, what happens if we just flip the entire script? What if we intentionally, on purpose, add a bunch of weight to the pain side of the scale first? And that right there, that is the secret. The answer is in a biological concept called hormesis. And this is basically the science of how a little bit of stress actually makes you way stronger. So hormesis is this amazing adaptive response. When you expose your body to a manageable dose of a stressor, think intense exercise or a cold plunge, it triggers all these cellular repair and defense mechanisms that don't just fix the damage, they overcompensate, leaving you stronger and more resilient than you were before. It's almost like a vaccine against stress itself. And the neurochemical payoff for this is staggering. Take deliberate cold exposure. It's a classic hormetic stressor. One landmark study found that immersing people in cold water caused their baseline dopamine levels to increase by a whopping 250%. Now, the most important part of this is how that dopamine gets released. If you look at this chart, you can see how a substance like cocaine creates this massive, instant spike, but it's immediately followed by a devastating crash that takes you way below where you started. But the dopamine you get from voluntary discomfort, well, that's a whole different ballgame. See, it's not a spike and a crash at all. It's this huge, sustained wave that actually elevates your baseline dopamine for hours on end. By intentionally pressing on the pain side of the seesaw, you force your brain to pile weight onto the pleasure side to compensate. And this time, it's working for you. You literally feel happier, more focused, and more driven for the rest of the day. So that's the neurochemistry, which is incredible. But embracing this kind of friction doesn't just change your brain chemistry, it physically changes the structure of your brain. Let's look at how you can literally build what we'll call your willpower muscle.
Okay, so neuroscientists have identified a specific part of the brain called the Anterior Midcingulate Cortex, or the aMCC. You can think of this area as the command center for willpower, for grit, for that drive to push through a challenge when every part of you wants to quit. And this quote from another Stanford neuroscientist, Dr. Andrew Huberman, explains it perfectly. He says, "The aMCC grows when individuals do things they don't want to do." It's that simple. It's not about doing hard things you already like. It grows when you do the hard things you are actively resisting. And there's a ton of evidence for this. Researchers have found that people who have a larger, more active aMC include elite athletes, so-called superagers who stay sharp well into old age, and people who successfully lose weight and actually keep it off. What do they all have in common? Their lives are defined by their ability to push through discomfort.
All right, the science is solid, but how does a normal person, someone who maybe feels completely unmotivated right now, actually put this into practice without just giving up on day 2? Well, this isn't just theory. It's a very practical, very actionable plan.
The protocol has 2 really simple but totally non-negotiable rules. Rule number 1, you have to isolate and get rid of the sources of cheap, unearned pleasure. That means deleting the apps, getting the junk food out of the house. Rule number 2, every single morning, you must perform one act of voluntary suffering before your brain has a chance to wake up and complain. Cold shower, intense workout. Don't think about it, just execute. But what about those days when you're just exhausted? When that little voice in your head says, "Take a day off, you've earned it." That voice is a liar. That feeling, that overwhelming urge to quit, that's not a stop sign. That is your compass. That friction is exactly where the growth is happening. If it feels hard, you are going in the right direction. So this whole thing really asks us to just flip the script on how we see discomfort, to stop seeing pain as the enemy, something we have to avoid at all costs, and to start seeing it as the very tool for our own liberation. Which leaves us with one final, kind of provocative thought. When you understand your own neurochemistry, you realize that engaging with voluntary hardship, it's the price you have to pay for a more focused, more resilient, and truly powerful life. Pain stops being the obstacle and it becomes the path. Because in the end, pain is the only currency that buys true freedom.